So we seem to be living in a time where brand has become more important than ever. Personal brand, company brand, it's all over the place. It's like the new buzzword. Thanks to social media, it's easier than ever to get your brand in the hands of your consumers. And the same is true for real estate agents. But what way do you want to go? There's the big brand, there's the local brand, your boutique brand, personal brand, so many options. I sit down today with Mary Petruzzi. She's one of our most seasoned agents, and she joins Ferris Property Group from a big box brokerage. And she lays it all out, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and then some tips along the way. You joined us from a big box brand, and I want to hear more about that experience.
I just knew I needed something different that the big brands couldn't offer. And I actually on social media saw an FPG ad about switching companies. And I'm like, I know Todd Ferris from a previous transaction. I really enjoyed working with him. He was extremely professional. I have a lot of respect for him. So I decided to watch the video and then set up an appointment with Megan. And that was that.
I love it. What was it that drew you in to Ferris Property Group? What was the hook?
The hook was, in our business, we do so many things just besides selling houses, right? You've got to be a marketer. You have to be a videographer. You have to, there are so many things on the back end that we do.
Trades.
Yes. And in order to grow my business, I felt I needed more back-end support. And not that the big brands don't have that, but they don't have someone that's dedicated to doing that for you. And when I saw that all of the things that FPG offers for their agents, that would take a lot off my plate so I could focus on just growing my business and meeting with clients, I thought, this is exactly what I need.
I love it. How long did it take you to make that decision?
About 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Were you looking anywhere else, or was it that, like you said, FPG caught your eye and it was something just
Well, I
right?
had known for about 6 months or so that I needed or I wanted a change. And not that I met with any other company, and I wasn't actively looking at any specific company. I just wanted something different. I wanted something different that a big brand, a big name company could offer. I've done that twice, and I'm like, I don't need that anymore.
Well, let's get into that. So talk to me a little bit about what were the benefits, in your opinion, of being with a big box brand?
I'm going to honestly say that if you are a brand new agent, you probably should go with the big brand name, because as a new agent, and you're telling all your friends and family that, hey, I'm a realtor now, and they're like, oh great, you're like the 500th realtor that I know, right? I think it's important that to give yourself some credibility, you should be with a big company, because they will give you the resources to start your company now, or your real estate business. But once you're established and the newness is worn off, I found that the big box companies were really good at training you for maybe a week, maybe 2 if you were lucky, and then they threw you out in the street and you were on your own. And then all you were doing was just struggling to survive, to make money, but at the same time you were forfeiting a lot of money back into you have to pay for, like if you're with the national brand, you first have to pony up so much to the national company, and then you have to pony up a big chunk to your broker. And then there are so many other fees that it's hard to be successful in real estate.
So aside from the money piece,
Yes.
are there other cons that you found? I mean, you mentioned the training benefit of newer agents, but not so much existing, obviously the upfront costs.
I think the cons with being with a big brand is that you get lost in the mix. For me, who, I've been in the business for 20 years, I felt like I could do better, but there were no real resources from the big box.
Almost like you kind of capped.
Yes. So, a lot of agents that are new or seasoned, I mean, they will pay like $5,000 to $10,000 a year to have a real estate coach.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like about FPG is that the coaching aspect, the accountability aspect is already within the company. Mm-hmm. It doesn't cost me any extra to actually utilize the one-on-one service mm-hmm. that FPG offers to grow my business in a unique way.
Right. That's one thing. You talk to any of our founders, they care very much about marketing and brand, but they also care very much about your personal brand image. Do you have any thoughts on that? Like, what was your experience like with that? You kind of coming into our brand, but getting to flourish as your own.
I thought what I really like are the pieces that FPG offered. Mm-hmm. I like their marketing is very outside the box. Mm-hmm. So there you go. I mean, instead of being in the box with the big box,
right,
you've got to be able to stand out. Mm-hmm. You are your own brand.
Right.
It's not the company that you work for. And most big companies will not encourage you to be your own brand. Mm-hmm. People hire you, they don't hire the brand.
And especially in real estate.
That's exactly
especially in real estate. Yes. You are the service provider, you are it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've kind of touched on this, but your experience comparing the big box experience to our more localized experience. I think I know the answer to this, but was it worth the trade-off? Was it worth trading that
absolutely
recognizable name?
Yes. I honestly, I wasn't worried at all. Most of your clients will follow you mm-hmm. because you are the realtor. Mm-hmm. The big box name was not the realtor. It was you that they chose to help them buy or sell a home. Mm-hmm. And they will just follow you wherever you go because it's still Mary Petruzzi.
Right. Yeah, you're the one answering the phone. You're the one answering the text. You're
yes.
the one there when there's an emergency.
Yes, it's your experience. For me, it was just a matter of FPG could help me take my business to the next level.
And have they?
Yes.
I love it. I mean, you've been with us, a year, but...
Not even a year.
Oh my goodness.
I know, 8 months.
I love it. So for agents who might be watching this and are on the fence, maybe they have the same gut reaction you had about, I think I need a change. What would you say to those agents that are on the fence of, do I leave this big comfortable brand for a smaller brand? What would be your advice in someone trying to navigate?
I think if you're sitting on the fence and don't consider the money aspect of it, it doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter as long as you're making money mm-hmm. and you're successful, right? I think you have to understand you are your brand and you need someone or a company who has your back that will help you one-on-one grow with continual training, accountability. They give you all the marketing pieces that you need for like social media and your CRM or what have you, so you can stay focused on growing your business. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense.
You want a company that is going to support you and pour into you rather than just drain you.
Exactly.
Is what I'm hearing.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So are there specific things that agents should be looking for as they're interviewing brokerages or thinking about getting into the industry?
Well, I think for a new agent, you should definitely check the different companies. Mm-hmm. It's not a one-size-fits-all. So as a new agent, you need to make sure they are actually going to give you the tools and the resources to actually grow your business, and someone's going to hold your hand. In big companies, there's not always someone to mentor you
Right.
when you're trying to learn the business.
That's why it's big.
Yes.
So many people, more fish in the sea.
Yes. Yeah.
Any other final thoughts on the topic of big versus small?
You know, the difference is small is family. Big is corporate. If you want to feel more, you're surrounded by people who are your family, and they support you. I mean, not that the big box doesn't support you, but in a family way, in a more personal way. Mm-hmm. If that is who you are, that's why an FPG type brokerage is
you're
perfect.
Singing our brand. I mean, we're all, the FPG family is
yes.
such a big thing, and we are a family first company, but we see our agents as family as well.
Yeah.
So you hit the nail on the head there.
Okay.
So thank you so much for sitting down with me today. Super helpful. I learned a lot. Well, you're just the pro. So thank you. And I think others will find some really great help with your words of wisdom.
I hope so.